Spent a travel day with me to Kona, Hawaii. So first I woke up at the ass crack of dawn. I like having all of my stuff just like ready to go as soon as I wake up. And so it did not take much for me to be ready to leave in the morning. I was still completely dead though without my protein coffee. And I was finally ready to head out to the airport. I drove over to Oakland and it was just as boring as you might think it would be. Finally I parked and headed into the airport. I 10 out of 10 recommend everyone get pre-check, but this early in the morning, Oakland Airport did not have their pre-check line going, so we were just in the same line as everyone else, and it did take forever. As a spoiled traveler who needs a lounge, I used my Venture X card to get into the small lounge in Oakland so I could eat a little bit of breakfast, and then I hopped onto my plane. It is a 5.5-hour journey to Kona, so I spent a lot of it getting some work done for my photography. And then kind of just enjoyed the view. The downside is you're exhausted when you travel in the morning, but the upside is look at that sunrise. I had a quick layover in Kauai, and so I decided to sit down and eat some nachos while I was there. It was such a small airport, so it was not hard to like walk around and find things to eat. There wasn't a whole lot of like celiac friendly things, but I did grab these nachos that were gluten-free, and I totally recommend. Then hopped on my super fast flight over to Kona and enjoyed this little juice. I love Hawaiian Airlines. I will definitely fly with them again if I get the chance to go back to Hawaii. We landed in the open air airport that is Kona, and I immediately headed to the beach. I went to Kekahakai State Beach. If you don't have an all-wheel drive, then you'll need to walk for like the last like mile and a half or so to the beach, but honestly it's a nice walk and kind of neat, so it's not too bad. Also, if you don't have personal item restrictions, once you're at the beach, I would totally recommend bringing out a pair of like snorkeling goggles, because every single beach, regardless of where you go in Hawaii, I feel you can just jump into the water and just see really cool things. I spent a lot of the time just relaxing and reading on the beach, but I did head in for a bit of a dip. And then when I came back out, I saw these amazing whales. Like, look at that. You can't really see her, but she's like the little booping bopping around up and up. Honestly, it was a really long and tiring day, so I did spend a lot of time on the beach just reading, and I would totally recommend this for the first day because you do just kind of want to get acclimated, but also I didn't want to sit around and do nothing. So this is my version of not doing nothing. This is a girls trip, and when my friend finally landed, we headed over to our accommodations to kind of get settled and then headed over to Lava Lava Beach Club for dinner. Did this place feel a bit tourist? Maybe, but it was great vibes, and I absolutely loved the sunset and loved the drinks and absolutely loved the bar staff. I'll talk more about that in my blogs if you want to head over there and take a read. We had very yummy food, very yummy drinks, and then we headed home to call it a night because we were exhausted and we had a really early day the next day. So cheers!